Hey guys, and welcome to my new video. Today's video is going to be my 2018 all-time favourite beauty products. The products that I'm going to be talking about in this video are all makeup related videos. There's no skincare, hair care or fashion or any other favourites. This is just specifically makeup. Some items I have multiple of, some items I have one of. I didn't really wear a lot of makeup, but when I did, I kind of just had my favourites. Like, I just used what I liked. I didn't really expand or experience too much, which I wish I did, but there's always next year. In this video, I'm going to go from primer to lips, so like what I used first all the way, and that way I'm going to have a smooth video. So if you'd like to find out all the products I've been loving for 2018 and be taking into 2019, just keep watching. Alright, so starting off with primers, I have 4 different primers to talk about. I have oily skin, kind of going into combination. I guess it's just age kicking in, but I do have pores, large pores. So the primers that I've gravitated towards are more pore filling, like face smoothing, matte primers. And the first one I'm going to talk about is the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Instant Retouch Primer. This primer is just beautiful. It's lightweight, it's not very like thick or heavy on the face. Like when you apply it, smooth it out, it just looks like a blank canvas on your face. It doesn't look cakey, and it's just beautiful. Like the packaging, everything about this is pretty. So yeah, there's this primer. The second primer I'm going to talk about is the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I love this. Again, obviously with all these products I love, but this product is just a whole level of prime, I guess. I've applied this. It is a little bit thick. You have to use a little bit, or for me, I use a little bit because a little does go a long way, but it just smooths out my whole face. I look like I have a whole new layer of skin, and I just cannot, I don't think I can live without this product. If I ever ran out, I would definitely be buying a whole new one, because this is my favourite product to apply on my face ever. The next primer I'm going to be talking about is the Professional Primer by Benefit. This is nice because it is skin tone, so when you apply it and you rub on your face, it does not leave your face looking red, which is nice. But again, like all the other primers I've just spoken about, it fills in my pores and it's not heavy. It just looks great on the skin. It is just, I don't know if it's worth the $50 just for this tiny little thing, but it is something I have repurchased and probably will continue repurchasing. Alright, and the last primer I'm going to talk about is a very affordable version of all the primers I've spoken about, and it's the Maybelline New York Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser Primer. This is hands down, out of all of the primers I've just spoken about, the best one, because this is a silicone base, so it's very like thin, like it's a very thin consistency, and it just sits on the skin, it fills in the pores, it fills in any scarring that I have, and my whole face just looks brand new. This is a product I will be repurchasing. It's like $10, not even that. This is great. This is a great product, especially if you have oily skin, if you have large pores or scarring, and you're on a budget, like, or if you're even starting your makeup kit, or whatever. This is great. Moving on to foundations, I again have 4 different foundations. I have 2 high-end and 2 drugstore. I'm going to talk about the high-end first and then I'm going to go into the drugstore. Alright, so for the first foundation, I'm going to be talking about the Lancome foundation, and I guess you all could have seen this coming because I rave about this foundation like there's no tomorrow. This is expensive. This is like, what, $80? Australian dollars, by the way. But it's definitely worth the money. It stays on my face for like 15 hours and it's sweat proof. Like I can sweat, I can, I don't know, whatever, and still stays on my face like perfect. I do have it on my face today and I am in the shade light beige, no, beige, number 4. But I recommend this foundation to everyone. I have oily skin, this works perfect for me, and yeah, if you have a great primer underneath and you have large pores, put this on top. Put this on top and yeah, Bob's your unc, you're great. The second foundation I'm going to talk about is the Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation. I am in the shade Warm Beige and I love this whole foundation. I have worn my Toucher primer and a Olay like moisturizing primer and then put this over top and my whole face looked great. All the products I put on top of this foundation sat amazingly, and I've worn this foundation so many times and I love it. This is a perfect foundation, especially for people with oily skin. I'm not sure about people with dry skin. I guess if you had like a really hydrated, moisturized face and then put this on, I'm not sure, but yes. The next foundation I'm going to talk about is a drugstore foundation and it's by CoverGirl and it's the Outlast All Day Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. I am in the shade Golden Tan and this foundation, this is the best foundation from the drugstore in my opinion ever. I don't think I've ever come across a more better foundation. I do have other drugstore foundations that I do like, but not as much as this. Like, I love this. This foundation stays on my face. It covers all my pores, all my flaws, everything. And it is just perfect. I don't know. Again, if you're starting out in makeup, you know, for your first kit, I recommend purchasing this. Especially if you have oily skin. And obviously, again, I'm not sure how this works on dry skin. You'll have to watch someone that does have dry skin. But this foundation, for me, works great. And for the last foundation I'm going to talk about is Bourjois Paris Healthy Mix Serum. I've got mine in the shade dark beige. And this is just a nice, lightweight foundation just for like an everyday little bit of a glow, hydrating look if you want one. I do like this and I will be repurchasing this. This is great for when you're feeling sick or you're not feeling like you just need that oomph in your day. This gives you that healthy glow look, just like that natural on the go, like you're looking like you're wide awake and ready to take on the day. But yeah, this is like my go-to foundation if I'm feeling sick, if I'm feeling like I just need that little bit of an extra hit to the face, and yeah. Alright, so now moving on to setting powders. I only have 2, but the 2 I'm going to talk about I recommend, and you should probably stop this video right now. So the first one I'm going to talk about is by Rimmel London Stay Matte, and this is my holy grail. I say in nearly every single video I do. I can't live a year without this powder. If I ever found out they were going out of stock or they were discontinuing it, I would buy backups of this because this is my favourite drugstore powder ever. It really does leave my face looking matte in all the places I want. It keeps my foundation and concealer in place. I do not crease, I do not, you know, whatever. And this is perfect. It's so smooth, it doesn't cake, and it's what, $12? you really don't get anything better than this, in my opinion. And the next face setting powder I'm going to be talking about is the Fenty Beauty Invisimatte blotting powder. This is obviously the universal one. This is a more expensive alternative to the Rimmel London Stay Matte powder, but again, this does the spot. This does the job. This feels in my pores, or it doesn't feel in my pores, it just covers them. It keeps my face smooth, matte, it's just perfect, and it's not cakey, and that's what I love. I love being able to apply a powder on my pores, on my whole face, and not feel like it's too powdery. Alright, so now moving on to bronzers and contours. I have a fair few. I'm going to talk about the contour products, and then I'm going in with bronzers, and then I'm going to go in with any face pals that I have. So the first contour shade for me I'm going to talk about is the Hoola by Benefit Bronzer. This, for me and my skin tone, is great for like a contour shaping kind of product. I use this all the time. This is what I take traveling with me. I know it's a little bulky, but if it works amazingly, then I don't care how much space it takes. And the next one and the next contour product I'm going to talk about is the Bahama Mama by The Balm. This is just perfect, just the perfect shade for me, and it's not too like grey, not too like ashy or anything like that. It just makes me have that chiseled look, and then great. Now for bronzers, or the bronzers I use to warm up my face, I am going to be talking about the MAC Skin Light Dimension bronzer in the shade Delphic. This has like a sheen to it, and it gives like that glow kind of look to the face. Again, this is what I take traveling with me all the time. This is perfect for that natural, just glowy bronzed look. And I also, just for everyday look, I use this in my crease for my eyeshadow, and that's all I use. I put it in my crease and underneath. It's great. I mean, I don't have it on today, obviously, but yeah. And the next one I'm going to talk about is by Colourpop. Unfortunately, I do not know the name, but I will have it linked below as all the other products. And this, again, is what I use just to warm up my face. It looks a bit more of a contour shade to me on camera, but in person it's very warm. And it's very pigmented, so only use a little bit, and be careful with this. This goes everywhere. But again, like I do with the MAC, this is just for warming up my face, giving that colour and just that natural look. Okay, moving on to bronzing palettes. I'm going to talk about the Charlotte Tilbury Film Star Bronzing Glow palette. So you just get a contour, bronzing shade, and a highlight shade. I love this. This is great for traveling as well. This is perfect just for contouring. I use this shade to contour, not really much bronzing. And the highlight shade is just perfect. I have it just a little bit on my cheeks today, but yeah, the next product I'm going to talk about I have all over my face. So I love this. This gives like a natural, just a look. And the highlighter, it does not emphasize any texture or pores or anything that you have on your face, and I love that for that, because I have oily skin, but I also have lots of texture and lots of like scarring. Yeah, it's not a good sign. The last bronzing product palette I'm going to talk about is by Becca, and it's the Endless Bronze and Glow trio thing that they did a collab with Chrissy Teigen. I love Chrissy Teigen, and anything she does I think is amazing. But yeah, this has a bronzer, a blush, and a highlight, and they're all very glowy products. Now the bronzer, when I first saw this, I was like, shit, damn, that's a bit too dark for me. But it is a warm, light product, and I have all of this on my cheeks today, just kind of gently, lightly, whatever. And yes, I love it. Look at my face. It looks so glowy. It's probably like a bit too much because my oils are like coming through because I've had this in my face for like quite a while now. But I love this product. It, again, does not emphasize your texture, your pores, any flaw you have on your face. This is amazing. I recommend this. Yeah, it's quite expensive, or not really expensive, but you know, it's not drugstore priced, but it's just worth it. I'm not sure if they still have it. I'm pretty sure they do, but if it's on Sephora, I will link it down below in the description. And yeah, moving on to highlighters. I've got only 2 highlighters to talk about. The first one I'm going to talk about is by MAC, and it is the Whisper of Guilt Extra Dimension Skin Finish Highlighter. This is just a cult favourite. I think everyone has this in their collection. It's just a nice straight gold highlighter, very blinding, well, for me, and I love it. Again, this is perfect, not limited edition, so if you want, you can go and buy it now. But I think this is going to be perfect for like holidays, so like the Christmas holiday, or oops. But yeah, I think this is going to be perfect just for the winter months for you Americans and UK people, whoever has winter right now. This would be perfect. And the last highlighter I'm going to be talking about is the Mary Luminizer by The Balm. This is just a perfect subtle highlighter, another cult that should be in everyone's makeup collection because this is perfect. It's just a subtle highlighter. Again, for me, it does not emphasize any texture on my pores or whatever, all that jazz. This is perfect. I don't usually highlight my chin on my forehead because I'm very oily. I just highlight my cheeks and my nose. But with this product, I highlight all over my face. However, today I did highlight all over like my chin and my forehead using the Becca. And so far, I think I look great. I feel like I just look so nice and glowy and just luminous. And yeah, I only have one blush to talk about, and it's the Feisty Amazonian Clay blush by Tarte. And this is the colour. This is the type of colour I go for all the time, but because I'm not much of a blush person, I just bronze and highlight. But this is perfect because like it's just a very natural kind of colour. Obviously, if you use a light hand, it's just going to have that flush of pink. Well, not really pink, it's like a more mauvey, you know, rosy tone. But yeah, for me, I love these types of shades of blushes, and this works well. Alright, so now moving on to eyes. Again, I don't have a lot of products. I have one eyeshadow palette. Alright, so the eyeshadow palette is by Morphe, and it's the 25A. I love this. I love this palette. These shades are everything and more to me. This palette is very loved, as you can tell, especially this colour. I love these colours for brown eyes. I feel like it makes my eyes pop and stand out. I do not have this palette on my eyes today, so just keep that in mind. This palette is so smooth. Like obviously you guys know Morphe products, like their shadows, the texture of them, and the pigmentation of them, and all that stuff. So I'm not going to really rave too much on about this, but this is perfect because it's a very nice neutral colour palette. It's a very nice neutral palette, and I can just come up with like such natural, different, you know, neutral looks just from this palette. And it's pretty thin as well, so you know it's easy to kind of slide into your suitcase or whatever. Alright, for mascara, I have only one mascara, and it's obviously going to be the Nutrimetics 4-in-1 Ultimate Mascara. I love this mascara. It's perfect. I don't know what else to say. Like, it's great. It lengthens, it volumizes, it doesn't make them look spidery. That's what I do not like in my mascara. For eyeliner, I only have one, and it is this little guy. It's by Rimmel London, and it's the Scandalous Eyes. This is waterproof. It is pitch black, and it's perfect. Stays on your eyes, and you know, obviously it comes off when you get it off. Like, to get this off, I go in with a oil, like face makeup dissolving oil, and then I go in with a face wipe. Any face wipe works for me. And yeah, this transforms any look from good to bomb. I love this product and I recommend it. It's very inexpensive, it's great, and yeah, you should definitely check it out. Moving on to lips. I have one lip liner, and it's the MAC Subculture lip liner. This is for me just a natural colour. It works for anything. It's just, I like to line my lips and then go over it with any colour, light or dark, because this lines your lips and it stops any bleeding. So yeah, that's that. The next thing I'm going to talk about is a liquid lipstick by Dose of Colours, and it's New Chica. This was the collab that Dose of Colours did with I Love Sarah High, or I Love Sarah He, and this is perfect. It's in the shade New Chica, and it's just a nude shade right there. For me, this is my perfect nude. I've said this in a video before, and I love this. This is perfect for me. Alright, so the next product I'm going to talk about is a gloss. Now, glosses for me are something I gravitate towards too. Very much. Like, I don't look at a gloss and think, I'm going to wear that, or I, you know, don't think, oh, I'm going to go out and buy myself a gloss. But one day I decided I'm going to expand my, you know, broaden my horizons with makeup, and I came across the Marc Jacobs lips, like the lip glosses, and I've seen so many people rave about these a lot, and so I thought I would pick up a couple of shades. I got Pretty Thing and Sugar Sugar. Sugar Sugar, nah, not really my thing, but this one, Pretty Thing, I love this. This is perfect over Subculture MAC lip liner, and this, it's perfect. This is such a great everyday, just on the go, like with my little natural bronzed eye and face. This is perfect. I love this. I definitely am going to keep repurchasing this when this runs out. I'm going to wear this every day. I'm going to overdo it. I don't even care. I love gloss. I mean, yeah, my hair probably stick to it when I'm out in the wind, but to me that's not that big of an issue. This product is so great. Like, it keeps my lips feeling just moisturized and I don't even know what I was going to say. When I like do that, my lips don't stick together. It doesn't get all like goopy and shit. Alright, and the last product I'm going to talk about are face mist setting sprays. Alright, the first one I'm going to talk about is by Makeup Forever, and it's the Mix and Fix O2 long lasting and moisturizing spray. I have put a dent in this, and I will be repurchasing this again because I love the spray. This is a spray I carry with me when I go traveling, when I'm working. I love to spray this all over my face because I think it does work. I think it is long lasting, and I think it's the real deal. This is perfect. I get mine off Sephora, so yeah. Again, as every other product, I'm going to link it down below. The next spray I'm going to talk about is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus spray. This is just a cult in everybody's collection. I feel like this is a product everyone should have. This is perfect for your face, keeping your makeup on, or keeping like any powdered product on your face. Spray it and it kind of just molds all into one, and it just looks, you like have this natural like face look. And this is great for like your eyeshadow. Like if you want to give your brush a quick spritz and apply any like metallic, you know, glittery eyeshadow onto your eyes, it just gives it that nice foiled like, I don't it just gives your eyes that, you know, metallic foiled like great baba boom boom whatever look. This is perfect, and yeah, everyone should go out and buy this. And the last product I'm going to be talking about, thank goodness, because this has gone on for way too long, and it's the Caudalie Paris Beauty Elixir Smoothing Glowing Complexion Spray. Yes, I have oily skin, but sometimes I just want to, but sometimes I would love to have just a glowy, just great looking skin, and this does it for me. It is pretty expensive, I think it's like $60, I'm not sure, but when you spray it, it like really, like you want to make sure you're using every drop of the spray, because when you spray it, like it really comes out. Like if I sprayed it twice, it'd probably be down to there. No joke, not exaggerating. So this is only used for like, you know, events or like really special moments. But yeah, I love this. I definitely will keep repurchasing it, unfortunately, because I love it way too much. But yeah, hopefully I don't have to repurchase it too soon. Alright, so that's the end of my 2018 beauty favourites of all time, and we'll be taking into the year 2019 with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some recommendations for yourself, and yeah, I hope you give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already done so, and I will see you on the next video. Bye!